The power of no contact is an essential tool for handling breakups, managing obsessive thoughts about a girl, trying to win her back, or dealing with disrespect. While this concept can apply to various relationships, we'll primarily explore how it works with women. If you're unfamiliar, no contact means cutting off all communication after a breakup or when a woman is being disrespectful or flaky. The intention here isn't to manipulate or be vindictive, but to assert boundaries, demonstrate self-respect, and show you won't tolerate mistreatment. It's about preserving your dignity by stepping away from situations that no longer serve you or where you're being taken for granted. One major reason no contact is so effective is that women generally don't deal well with rejection. Unlike men, who are accustomed to facing rejection and expected to just deal with it, women are used to being desired and often catered to. When they encounter a guy who refuses to play into that dynamic, it can be a massive blow to their ego, leading to erratic or even irrational behavior. It's as if their mind goes into overdrive, trying to process the rejection. While some women may manage to hide this reaction behind a calm exterior, make no mistake, internally, the discomfort is real. This emotional turmoil can even work in your favor, as it sets you apart as a man with standards, which can enhance attraction. People in general are drawn to strength, and women are no exception. No one respects or desires someone who allows themselves to be treated poorly without taking action. When you pull away after disrespectful behavior, you're signaling that you don't need her. This display of self-respect is incredibly appealing. Women are well aware when they're crossing lines or acting unfairly, and they secretly, or not so secretly, despise men who put up with it. By removing yourself, you're showing that you're not one of those men, which can shift the power dynamic in your favor. Another key reason no contact works is that it stirs a woman's imagination. When you suddenly disappear from her life, her mind races, filling in the blanks. She could imagine you living your best life, partying with celebrities, or simply enjoying a quiet night in. The uncertainty drives curiosity and, in many cases, increases her desire to reconnect. The brain is prone to assuming the worst, and women, who often have higher levels of neuroticism compared to men, can be particularly susceptible to these anxieties. Neuroticism, a personality trait associated with anxiety and self-doubt, is something we all experience to varying degrees. However, in my experience, women tend to lean more toward the anxious end of the spectrum, which amplifies these feelings during no contact. When a woman doesn't know what you're up to, and you've gone completely off the radar, her imagination gets the better of her. She'll likely assume you're having a blast, living a life full of excitement, which may not even be true. But because her mind is playing tricks on her, it sparks curiosity, making her more likely to want to reconnect. And women are naturally curious by you only went on 1 or 2 dates. She likely won't feel that absence because there wasn't enough time for an emotional attachment to form. However, if you were consistently seeing her for a few months, your absence will leave a noticeable void in her life. This can be especially uncomfortable for her if you brought real value to the relationship. It's like missing an essential piece, which can reignite her desire for you. Now, this only applies if you were a positive presence in her life. If you were more of a problem than an asset, then no contact probably won't be as effective, unless she has a traumatic attachment style, in which case it's better to stay away from her for your own sake. Trust me, you'll be happier in the long run if you do. Another reason no contact is so powerful is that it sends a clear message that you believe you deserve better. This can be tough for women to handle on an ego level. A man who's strong enough to walk away and recognize his own value commands respect from both men and women. There's no greater show of power and self-worth than stepping away from a relationship that no longer serves you. It communicates confidence and a lack of fear, which is incredibly attractive. Women often feel this energy and are drawn to it, sometimes chasing after men who demonstrate this kind of strength. There's a great quote from The Art of Seduction that encapsulates this idea perfectly. We can endure the feeling that another person has more talent or more money, but the sense that a rival is more desirable than we are, that is unbearable. The human ego is fragile, and when a woman senses that you may be moving on to someone more desirable, it can drive her crazy. No one likes feeling left behind for something better, and that's exactly what no contact communicates. Aside from all of this, the greatest benefit of no contact is how it strengthens your own mindset. Attraction, love, and desire are largely chemical reactions in the brain. They're addictive, like a drug. The more we experience these feelings, the more we crave them. When they're taken away, it can feel unbearable. However, if you reverse this process, you'll find that you can break the attachment over time. By cutting her out of your life and going no contact, you're effectively detoxing from her. The longer you stay away, the clearer your mind will become, and you'll gain a better understanding of who she really is. You'll quickly shed the delusions you used to hold about her. Those thoughts of her being some heavenly, flawless being will fade. In time, you'll come to realize she's just another person in a world full of many. This realization is key to developing a mindset of abundance, allowing you to stop obsessing over her. But in order to effectively use no contact and truly gain these mindset benefits, there are a few steps you need to follow, steps that many guys tend to mess up. First, you need to completely remove any trace of her from your life. That means no talking to her, no checking her social media, and no holding on to any of the gifts or mementos she gave you. Put them in a box and get them out of your sight, whether you throw them away or ask someone to hold on to them. And don't even think about looking at old pictures or reading past text messages. She needs to be as good as dead to you in your mind. These things may seem small, but they can trigger emotional responses that will only increase feelings of missing her. The more you stick to this, the faster you'll move on. To speed up the process even more, the second thing you should do is start dating other women as soon as possible. Now, I've heard some guys say they aren't ready to hook up with anyone new, or they don't feel like it, and that's totally fine. The point isn't necessarily to sleep with other women, it's simply to be around them. You need to show your brain that there are other women out there besides this one girl. Just going on a date or having a conversation with someone else can do wonders for your mental state. This is crucial if you want no contact to be truly effective. Lastly, don't go into no contact with a scarcity mindset. If you're using it with the hopes of getting her back, you're already setting yourself up for failure. No contact should be about you moving on, because it's the best thing for your growth. If she comes back, fine. But if she doesn't, who cares? People can pick up on the energy you put out, even from a distance. If you're operating from a place of desperation, she's going to feel that. And it'll either keep her from coming back, or, if she does, you'll mess it up once she senses your insecurity. Stop wanting her to come back. There's a reason she's gone, and bringing her back will only lead to more regret. Trust me, every time I've taken a girl back, I've ended up wishing I hadn't. It was never worth it. Stick to your decision to move on. No contact is all about getting your mind right and allowing yourself to step into better situations. You don't need to stay in a dynamic where you're being used, disrespected, or undervalued. Remember, this is about you, not her. When it's all about you, no contact becomes one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. If you have any questions or video suggestions, drop them in the comments below. Also, don't forget to check the links in the description for more content. Be sure to watch the next video, and I'll catch you in the next one.